Okay, so this actually is a dress I found at the bins. It's a Kohl's SOMA Life, I think it is the brand. And it's an extra large. It is shorter than I like to wear my dresses. That's the only issue with it. And I got it for pennies on the dollar, because everything is $2 a pound. And I really like it. I think Kohl's sells this brand. I think it's just Kohl's, possibly J.C. Penney's, but I think this is mostly a Kohl's brand. So the problem with this dress is that it is shorter than I like to wear my dresses. So it has these cute pin tucks on the front. But anyway, what I thought I would do is add some fabric in. And I actually found this fabric, I just washed it. I found this at Hobby Lobby. I haven't pressed it. I probably should press it. But it's about the same weight as this kind of like linen blend. It's a similar weight to it. So I think it will work. And what I plan to do is to add like a, maybe like a 3-inch, or maybe even just 2.5 inches. Because I think that's really all I need. I don't want it to be too long, but I want to add like a 2.5 inch, section in here towards the bottom. So just to make it just a little bit longer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start to work on that. Now I think what I'll do is, and the hem is just turned under, but I don't even think I'm gonna fiddle with the hem at all. I'm just gonna keep it simple, and I'm not gonna fiddle with that. Now where's my handy dandy ruler? I gotta find my handy dandy ruler. Here it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to draw a line exactly 3 inches from the bottom all the way around this dress, and then I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna sew a strip in of the black fabric just to give it, I just need it to be a little bit longer, because at my age my age and weight I don't really want to wear mini skirts, and this kind of feels like a mini skirt to me. So we'll use my little marking pins that I recently got. Let's see. I'm just going to go all the way around the dress. And this will be a quick little change to the dress. Okay. Does that show? Yeah. Okay. We'll just go all the way around, draw the line around. Okay. Just make sure I get this lined up nicely. I have it kind of at double layers here, but Okie dokie, I have a little starting point right here. And I can see my line a little better when I'm going to put this down on the table. So I'm just going to go all the way around. And this is going to be reattached. I'm going to use like a scant seam allowance. Probably, I might even just serge it in. So it will be scant. The other thought that I had was that I could make this into a shirt. But we'll do it this way. We'll do this, and if I decide I don't like it, I can always shorten it and turn it into a shirt. There are so many options. So many. Okay. All right, I got my band off. Okay, and that's going to be reattached. Okay, let's put this aside. Now I have my fabric. I actually picked this up at Hobby Lobby. And I washed it. I pre-shrunk it. I'm going to try to get the grain here. This is the salvage, because I want this to be on grain. So I'm going to just rip this. There we go. Okay. Okay. I'm going to rip it because there. Perfect. Okay. That's satisfying. And I think what I'm going to do is actually need to press it also. So I'm going to get a 3-inch strip of this. Once I take once I, do the seam allowances, it'll be like 2.5 inches that I add to the dress. I don't want to add too much. It's not too short. I think 2.5 inches will be about right. So if I do it at, well, maybe 3 inches would be better. Let's see. I mean, a little more than 3 inches. Let's see. This is gonna go. I think I'll tear it at about 3.5 inches, because that will give me like a 3-inch insert. So let's see if you can see the ruler this way. Okay, it says 15 inches at this end, but anyway. Okay, that's 3 inches, so I'm gonna go like halfway here. So I'll go about here. Well, actually, if I do it at 4 inches, that'll give me a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So all right, so I'm going to do it about 4 inches. Tear it at 4 inches, and that'll give me about 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay. So I can make sure it's on grain. Now I might need 2 strips of this. This is what's going to go back on the bottom. Now I have to see how long. Yeah, I'm going to need 2 strips of this, because let's see, how wide is this? I can actually figure it out with this, easily with this. Let's see, because I'm going to have to do 2 of these together. Because this, oh, yeah. All right, that's the seam allowance. So this is, oh, this has 2 seam allowances, but interesting. The front is actually bigger than the back, but I will make my pieces just like that, because actually the front has those kind of like the pleats in it. So I'm going to have to make one piece that is this distance plus about, you know, 1/2 inch for the seam allowance, and then the other is going to be the longer. So let me just, we'll do the longer. We'll go ahead and get our piece here. I'm gonna, this has a salvage here, so I'm gonna kind of measure it from the edge of the salvage, and then I'll remember to sew at the salvage. So for my length, we're gonna get this, okay, carefully. So we'll have to pin this all together. I'm just getting my length here for one piece. I'm getting the longer one. And I will be serging this, because both of these fabrics are ravelly. And of course, if you have ravelly if you don't have a serger and you have ravelly fabric, you can, okay, here we go. This is where I'm going to cut it. So you can, you know, just use a zigzag. So there's that spot, and I'm just going to tear it. Okay, I think. Oh, no, it's not going to tear easily. We will cut it. Okay, we will cut it. And we'll just actually even draw a line to make it easier to cut. Because this is cross grain and does not want to cut easily. I mean, does not want to tear easily. So I'm not going to try to tear it. Okay, so this is the bigger of the two. And we got to get our other piece. And that's a scrap. Okay. And I need to tear another 4-inch section. You got to make sure I have my, here's my teared end there. Okay, and measure my 4 inches again. Looks like 14, but it's really 4. Okay. Okay, so this will tear because it's not on the cross grain. It's okay with the grain. Okay, 4 inches. Looks like 14. There we go. I'll tear this. I'm just gonna get past the salvage there. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, this is going to be the short end. Look at all these threads. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's measure the shorter of the two. Here it is. Okay, here's the salvage. I'm just going to go a little up. I'm going to sew it out there. Okay. I'm getting my length. And then I'll have to put this band together. And then we will serge it. Because I actually have black thread in my serger. And this is going to be a fairly easy change. Okay, so I got to give me my little seam allowance here, like 1/2 inch. Okay, so put a little snip there. All right. Go. Okay. All right, so I need to put my 2 pieces together, short and the long. Okay. And I will be back. Okay, so I just serged these little pieces together. Well, or not so little. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually attach it to this bottom band that I'm putting back on the dress. I actually need to turn this the other way because I gotta, there, this is the short end. Okay, so we put the right sides together like that, and I gotta make sure the seams line up nicely. I'll probably turn them in opposite directions so it won't be bulky, but I want to line them up good. And I'll just attach this to this bottom portion and then attach it to the dress. Okay, let's see if I got that. That looks good. Okay. We'll just pin this. Well, this is just like an easy fix to this dress. That was too short for my liking. Make sure I get these to match up. Seam here, that seam. Kind of picky about that. Okay. Probably nobody would notice it, but me. All right. Okay. Hi everyone, Maggie here again. Okay, so what I am going to do is I'm going to serge the bottom band onto my little extra piece. And we'll start with that. Okay. And just cut a little bit off here. And they give you a nice finish, especially for fabric like this. It's nice to have it finished well. Okay. All right. Hi everyone, I'm back. So, I just pressed this. What I did was I actually pressed the seam allowance up. There's the serged edge, and now I'm gonna pin this on the bottom of the dress. So I have my dress here, and let's see, I think it's the back of the dress that is, yep, the smaller. Okay, and I've got the smaller portion here, I think. And I'm gonna have to do a little more pressing. No, that's a larger. Okay, this is the smaller. So we are gonna put right sides together. So this is gonna go like this. And we'll just kind of like slip the dress in here and pin it. Okay, I'm going to start at this corner. I'm going to make sure the seams lie in the same direction. This one I have going opposite. So we'll put our pin here. Get those seams to line up just right. I'm going to line up this seam allowance here. Okay, so now we'll go and attach this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to attach this. Okie dokie, we'll give this a press and see how it looks. Okay, so there is my dress with the extra length added, and I think I will enjoy it. Okay, so you can see the new length on the dress, which is more appropriate for me. It's still short, but I like it better.